Rangers could be edging towards a deal that would rewrite the record books. Behind the scenes, groundwork is being laid, and key figures are closely monitoring developments, with Ibrox decision makers weighing up a move that would demand a significant financial commitment. It is a situation that has been quietly building momentum, and one that may soon force Rangers to decide just how far they are prepared to go. If talks progress, this will not be a routine piece of business. It has the potential to become a record-breaking transaction and a statement of intent. Let's break this down in today's video, along with all the other Rangers news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Rangers are positioning themselves for what could become a record-breaking transfer battle, with Dundee prepared to demand the biggest fee in their history if Luke Graham is to leave Dens Park. The 22-year-old centre-back has emerged as one of the most closely monitored defenders in Scotland, and Rangers' interest is no longer casual observation. Technical director Dan Purdy was in attendance during Dundee's weekend draw with Livingston, watching Graham at close quarters as part of an increasingly detailed assessment process. While no formal contact has yet been made with Dundee or the players' representatives, it is understood that Rangers' interest has intensified significantly in recent weeks. The Ibrox hierarchy are doing their groundwork, but they know any move will require a substantial financial commitment. Dundee have already demonstrated their resolve. During the January transfer window, multiple bids were rejected for the Scotland under-21 international, including a club record £1.5 million plus offer from Portsmouth on deadline day. That proposal would have shattered Dundee's previous record sale. Yet the Dark Blues refused to budge. Manager Stephen Pressley was adamant Graham would not be sold mid-season, particularly with the club embroiled in a Premiership relegation battle. The decision was both sporting and strategic. Dundee viewed retaining Graham as essential to their survival prospects. Now, the message from Tayside is even clearer. If Graham is to leave, it will require an offer well beyond £2 million, and that figure would need to be supplemented by meaningful add-ons. Anything less simply will not open negotiations. Dundee's hierarchy are relaxed despite the mounting interest. Graham still has another year remaining on his contract beyond this season, placing the club in a position of strength. His rise has been methodical rather than meteoric. After moving from St Johnstone and progressing through Dundee's youth ranks, Graham gained valuable senior experience during loan spells with Lockheed United, Albion Rovers and Montrose. The pivotal step came last season at Falkirk. There, he played a central role in their promotion campaign back to the top flight, showcasing leadership qualities and defensive maturity beyond his years. That development has continued under Pressley, with Graham now firmly established in Dundee's starting 11. His performances have not gone unnoticed. Several English Championship clubs have made exploratory approaches, while there is documented interest from the English Premier League. Beyond Britain, scouts from Major League Soccer, Serie A, Portugal, Belgium and the Czech Republic have all monitored his progress closely. In short, this is no longer a domestic tug-of-war. It is an increasingly international pursuit. In other news, Michael Stewart's latest assessment of Youssef Hamiti and Rangers feels wide of the mark, overlooking both context and development in favour of familiar, well-worn criticism. Once again, the former midfielder has positioned himself as a skeptic, questioning the striker's credentials despite growing evidence that there is far more to Hamiti's game than his detractors are willing to acknowledge. Signed from Everton last summer for a fee in the region of £8 million, Hamiti arrived at Rangers with considerable expectation. That price tag made him the club's second most expensive signing in history and inevitably placed him under intense scrutiny from the outset. For a 21-year-old still finding his way in senior football, the pressure has been substantial. There is no denying that consistency has been an issue in his first season in Scotland. Hamiti has produced some quiet performances and, at times, has struggled to impose himself over 90 minutes. However, that narrative ignores the moments that have underlined his potential. Scoring twice at Celtic Park and registering a hat-trick against Hearts in a thrilling 4-2 victory are not the achievements of a player lacking quality. Yet Stewart has remained unconvinced. The former Scotland international, Michael Stewart, is well known for his critical stance towards Rangers and their personnel, often adopting a confrontational tone that feels more rooted in opinion than balanced analysis. While he is paid for his expert insight, there are growing frustrations among supporters that his views rarely evolve, regardless of new evidence. Speaking after Hamiti's hat-trick, Stewart appeared to contradict himself. He admitted that it was difficult to criticize a player who had just delivered such a decisive performance, yet proceeded to do so anyway. No, he said when asked if Hamiti could become a top striker. He scored a hat-trick, which is wonderful for Rangers and for him, but again, this is terrible defending from Hearts. Good touch, good finish, but his all-round game is a little bit slack. His touch at times is very unpredictable. Very hard to articulate that when he scored a hat-trick. These comments underline the problem. Stewart acknowledged Hamiti's technical quality in finishing, yet dismissed the performance by attributing it primarily to defensive errors. In doing so, he ignored the movement, composure, and positional awareness required to exploit those mistakes in the first place. What Hamiti lacks at present is consistency and, at times, confidence. That is hardly surprising. He has moved to a new country and a more physically demanding league, is playing regular first-team football for the first time in his career, and has had to adapt to changes in management. Under Danny Rowe, Rangers have implemented new tactical ideas, and attacking players are often the last to settle into such systems. There are also clear parallels with Cyril Dessers, another forward who divided opinion during his time at Ibrox. Like Hamiti, Dessers could be frustratingly inconsistent, yet his goals and overall contribution prove valuable. The key difference is that Dessers arrived in his prime, while Hamiti joined as a raw third-choice striker at his previous club. At just 21, Hamiti is still years away from his peak. From that perspective, Rangers' investment may yet prove shrewd. He has already demonstrated that he can deliver in high-pressure environments, and those experiences are invaluable for long-term development. Should Roll guide the team towards major honours, further squad investment is expected in the summer. Increased competition and improved service would only enhance Hamiti's prospects. With a full season of Scottish Premiership football behind him and a focused off-season ahead, he has every opportunity to establish himself as Rangers' first-choice striker. Rather than dismissing him prematurely, the focus should be on nurturing a talented young forward who is still learning his trade. For now, the evidence suggests that Youssef Hamiti deserves patience and perspective, qualities that, so far, have been largely absent from Michael Stewart's assessment. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We post all the latest Rangers news every single day, so join our fast-growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.